Okay, so open your book to lesson 5, that's page 29. And we're going to do multiple choice skill. Tonight we'll learn some basic rules, what you need to remember, what you need to avoid, okay? Alright. Now when you have multiple choice, everybody say multiple, many. And you have a choice. Last week in our listening class, we did multiple choice, right? A, B, C, D, isn't it? A, B, C. That was the skill that we've learned. In your reading test, in your reading test, you will have a chance to get this. So when you see multiple choice, always go to the question first. So go to the next page. Step 1. Read the questions and you need to find your marker and your keywords. So always step 1, don't read the passage first. Go to the question, find your marker, and find your key. So what is a marker? Everybody say marker. Your markers are your nouns. And what's another marker? Name. Good. Number 2, you need to find your key. What is a key? Verb, adjective, negative, and numbers. Isn't it? These will be very important later when we're answering. Everybody say keyword. Verb, adjective, negative, number. Good. All right, let's go and have a look at question number 1. When Will's carrier invented air conditioning, his aim was to, first, where's our marker? Will's carrier. How do we know? 이름, it's a name, isn't it? Capital W, capital C. Also, another marker, so let's put a star on that. Star means marker, okay? Another marker is air conditioning. It doesn't have any paraphrase. Paraphrase 없어, okay? Right? What about the word invented? This is a verb. Okay, everybody say invent. What is another word for invent? It could be create. Good. Or in basic English, invent can be paraphrased with made. However, in the IELTS exam, the word invent is usually paraphrased with the word design. When somebody designs something, he creates or he invents. Okay? John, I thought design means drawing. It has 2 meanings. First design is drawing. Second design means to make something. Everybody say car design. Cell phone design. So that's why Steve Jobs is considered the designer of iPhone. He made iPhone. Understand? Good. All right. The next option, the next thing that you do, after you read the question, go to options. Again, find your keywords. Focus on the keywords for the options. What is option? A, B, C. Look at the option and find your keywords. Okay? Alright, let's go to option A. Make workers feel cooler. What do you think is our keyword here? Feel, isn't it? Feel is a verb, and cooler is adjective, 형용사. John, what about the word workers? Don't mind the noun. I always tell the students, do not focus on nouns, 명사. The answer is in your key. Everybody say key. Verbs, adjectives, negatives, numbers. Okay? Number, letter B, produce more attractive paper. Keyword, produce. What does produce mean? Make, isn't it? More is 얼마. It's a number. More, how much? Attractive is adjective. What does attractive mean? Everybody say attractive. Attractive means beautiful, isn't it? Paper is your noun. C, set up a new business. So, it's one word, to set up. It's our verb, 동사. When we say set up, what do you think that means? It is to start a new business. New is adjective. And D, solve problems in a factory. Solve problems. Okay, I'll put a star on that. Everybody say problems. Issues. Isn't it? The word problem has a paraphrase. The paraphrase is issue. And what about factory? I think everybody knows factory, isn't it? But what do you think is a paraphrase of factory? There's one word for this in English. It starts with letter P. L. A. Plant. Plant? Namu? Yes. No. Not that plant. Tree. Okay? This plant, everybody let's say car. Production. Plant. Good. Another one. Water. Treatment. Plant. This means factory. It's a facility. Did you get it? Alright? Now, we now have our question. We found our keywords and our marker. The next step that you need to do is you need to scan for markers. What does scanning mean? Look for the word. Everybody say scan. Now go back again to the question. This time, go to the passage. Find Willie's carrier. Can you find Willie's carrier? Did you find Willie's carrier? Yes, that's his name, isn't it? Willie's carrier. Where is invented? Design. Invented, design, and air conditioning. Everything is there, isn't it? Willie's carrier, designed, invented, air conditioning. But what's our question? Aim. The last step for multiple choice is matching paraphrase. Everybody say matching. Matching. Question. Matching. Passage. Match. Okay? What's the first thing? Number one, he said attractive paper. Or is it set up a new business? Or is it solve a problem? So let's try to find that part. Willie's carrier invented first air conditioning, 1902, a year after graduating from this university with Masters of Engineering. Full stop, so we'll put a line, and we'll put a line. Do we have any match? Nothing. John, there's no match. It just says he designed and he graduated from this university. There's no match. So let's keep going. At a Brooklyn, what is this? Capital B. What does that mean? Name. So don't bother. At a Brooklyn printing plant. Everybody say printing. Plant. What is a plant? Factory. Good. All right. Now, at a Brooklyn printing plant, fluctuations in heat and moisture were causing the size of the printing paper to keep changing slightly. What does fluctuation mean? You don't need to know this. It's not important. But because this is an English class, I need to teach you. What does fluctuation mean? Everybody say fluctuation. The verb is fluctuate. What does that mean? Up and down. Like this. If you're taking academic test and you see the movement is like this, up, down, up, down, up, down, that is fluctuate. What's the best example? Let's have that. Everybody say fluctuate. These days, the temperature is fluctuating, isn't it? 2 days ago, very hot, and then very cold. And then this Saturday is again 40 degrees. I think I'm gonna die soon. So it's up, down, down. What is that? Fluctuate. Okay, everybody say temperature. Fluctuating. Good. So we have, at the Brooklyn printing plant, fluctuations. What is fluctuating? Heat and moisture. Everybody say moisture. I think everybody knows moisture, right? It is water. Moisture in IELTS is always about the water. Moisture, water. Okay? Now, it causes the size of the printing paper to change slightly, making it hard to. Everybody say hard. What does hard mean? Difficult. When you see this word in reading, it makes it hard, it makes it difficult. This is an issue. It's a problem. Okay, let's try that. It's hard to. It's difficult to. An issue with. A problem with. They are paraphrased. When you see hard to, this is a problem. What was that? Align different colors. Carrier's invention made it possible to control the temperature and humidity. Everybody say humidity. Please put a circle because there's two. Remember in our last lesson? Everybody say heat. Circle heat and connect it with temperature. Heat, temperature. Okay, put a circle. Heat and temperature. There's another one. Everybody say moisture. Water. There is a paraphrase, and this is humidity. Humidity. What does humidity mean? It is the water in the air. Understand? Everybody say humidity. Water in the air. Okay? Humidity. Let's see. All right. And finally, to align the colors. So let's have a look at that. Everybody say it. Hard to. Align. Difficulty. Problem with. And now we have Carrier's invention. This is our second keyword, isn't it? Carrier's invention made it possible to control temperature and humidity to align the colors. Now let's go back to the option. Option 1, make workers feel cooler. Do we have any word about making the worker feel cooler? No? Good. Letter B, produce more attractive paper. Now, remember when we started the lesson, what is step 1? Everybody say step 1. Question. Step 2, choice. Step 3, scanning. The last thing, my advice to you is this. Always avoid the same words. Why? Because they will give you A mistake. In the listening rule, do you remember in listening? Same word, X. Do you remember that skill? In reading multiple choice, if you see the word from the passage and the option, that is not the answer. Right. One more time. Everybody say, avoid. The same words. Do you remember seeing paper in the passage? You saw the word paper. That means paper is not the answer. Why? Same word. Do you understand? That is trapped in IELTS. What about C? Did you see anything with set up a new business? No. So the only thing that we have is D. Where's the paraphrase? Everybody say problems. Hard to. What about factory? Plant. So the answer is D. Matching. Okay, let's have another one. Question 2. Read the question. Home air conditioners were not popular at first because. Let's find our marker. Home air conditioner. Next, we'll need to find keywords. Do we have a verb? 동사. No. Do we have adjective? 형용사. Popular. What is the what is a paraphrase of popular? Famous. Good. Do we have a number? First. Good. And negative? Not. Very important. And I told you that if you have negative in the question, what do? You have to put a triangle in the option. That's a very big signal. Okay? A. Too big and expensive. 2 is negative. Remember? In our reading class, in our writing class. Everybody say 2. Over. Negative. Too big, adjective, and expensive. B. Not, negative. Considered, verb. Necessary, adjective. What does necessary mean? Important. Or another word, starts with E. Essential. C. Too inefficient. John, what does efficient mean? Efficient means it has good function. Inefficient. What does that mean? Not. Negative. Complicated to use. Complicated is adjective. Use is verb. Now, in this case, A, B, C, D, how many percent do you think can you get correct? If you just do cheeky. How many percent? 25%. We need to increase your chances. How do we do that? The last thing that I need you to remember is look for similar options. Everybody say it, similar. Options. What am I saying? To, not. Negative, isn't it? Negative, negative, negative. What about this one? No. D is wrong. Understand? In multiple choice, the answers are always similar to each other. In this case, negative, negative. Got it? All right. Now, I'd like you to scan. Can you find the word home or house in the passage? Ready? Start. Can you find home or house in the passage? Question number 1 is here. So number 2 should be after that. Don't look too far. Can you find the word home or house. Did you find it? Yes. Where is it? Here. Okay? So let's put a star on that. In 1914, the first air conditioning device was installed in a private house. However, its size is similar to that of an early computer. Meant it took up too much space. What did I say? If you see anything negative, put a star. Or a triangle, rather. So please put here a triangle symbol. 2, meaning negative. There's always a question about negative. So put triangle. What is triangle? Semo, right? I always can get confused. Triangle with a parrot. Enguse. My brain has overload vocabulary. Okay? Semo. Okay, thank you. Now, everybody say 2. Negative. What does it say? Too much space. To come into widespread use. And later models, ignore the name. Don't bother with the name. It's not important. Cost too much, isn't it? Again, put negative, triangle. Too much. And what's the other one? Too much space. Everybody say too much space. Cost too much. Let's go back to the option. We need to match that one. Is it inefficient? No. Is it not necessary? No. Too big and expensive. What's the paraphrase of big in this case? Space. What about expensive? Cost much. So the answer is A. Got it? All the answers will match paraphrase.